Hello, guys. Welcome to the Brunch Show. It's our first episode. It's me, Agnes, and my dear friend, Hope. How are you guys?
Thank you so much for joining us for the first episode.
We talk about things what happened lately and anything else crazy and great. First of all, Hope.
Lockdown easing?
Yes, man.
So lockdown eased on Monday. You can get your hair cut. You can go to the nail salon. You can go to a pub or a restaurant, obviously sitting outside. That's obviously in England. It's not everywhere. And it feels like a bit of positivity is in the air, Agnes, would you say?
No, definitely not. I don't feel it. I mean, I'm working. I'm outside. You're inside.
That's why
I know what's happening.
Okay. So tell us your experience then, because I, for one, went for a pub lunch earlier and had cider in the garden and I enjoyed life, but you're obviously serving it. So tell us how it's been for you.
Well, I mean, that definitely for customers, it's positiveness, honestly, but for me working and then serving them, it was just crazy. I'm telling you, like before COVID, actually, we weren't this busy how we are right now, and that the inside area it's much more bigger. I mean, we can have like 800 people in the venue, and then the garden now it's extended, so we have like 140 covers, and then this madness is so busy, and it's busier than ever before, operating 2 floors.
Agnes, I've got to say, I don't miss it. But I never know. I might need to come back. You never know. Obviously, I used to work with you, so I know exactly what it was like. And I quit the first lockdown. I literally came back into the restaurant after the first lockdown, and we were all setting things up and putting stickers on the floor. And I was like, I actually don't want to come back. So I just didn't. But obviously, not everyone's been able to make that choice. Do you think it's a bit silly that places are allowed to open outside but not inside?
It's silly. I mean, to be honest, it's the same shit, but on different day, to be honest. I mean, if we are so busy outside, it's the same thing is going to happen inside as well. It doesn't matter if it's going to happen now or in 5 weeks' time. So it's just pointless.
So there was a whole thing that Boris came out and said, like, the British people need to act responsibly. And I don't know if you saw it, but there was a clip of people fighting in York, like full on the floor, having a brawl, like 6 people fighting. So it's like, are British people actually going to be responsible?
No, I mean, let's go out for a drink and then you're ending up drunk.
If there's a group of people and another group is like, oh, let's join you, that's on them to make that decision. If they choose to do that, then whatever. But you can't have some drunk people coming over because it just gets awkward. And that's where like conflict could break out because they're like, oh, why are you being stressy about COVID? Oh. That was my impression of a British lad. Did you like it?
Oh, well, I had a lady as well. She refused to do the track and trace. And I was like, I'm really sorry about that. I can't give you a seat. And she was like, I'm not going to give you any of my teachers. And I went, well, it's not for me, actually. Neither for the government. You never know. And then she left. But then shortly after 10 minutes, she came back and she was like, okay, what do you want? What do you need?
And that's stupid as well. People think that this is the government's trying to get their data and whatever. Yeah, if you use Facebook and if you use all those other things, they've already got your flipping data.
Yeah.
I think it's time for our next story. Yeah.
Do you know my grandpa?
Hmm?
Do you know my grandpa?
No.
Philip, Prince Phillip.
Oh, you're a royal. I did not know this. You look like a bit. You look a bit like Elsa today, actually. Your hair.
Thank you.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, be said now. So you know that he died.
No shit. Yes, Prince Phillip died. I was actually on radio when he died. Well, not when he died, but when it was announced. So I had to do like a everyone was like running around trying to sort this thing out called orbit music, which is all new to me. Orbit means obituary music, which is music when someone dies. And all radio stations have like a playlist of music they to play if someone dies. So all of the producers were running around trying to find this orbit music and put it in the system. And then I had to read out the old statement from the Queen.
Apparently Meghan is not gonna attend on the funeral.
Do you know why?
Well, medical advice, but still, I mean, if I would be pregnant and my how do you call those?
Well, it's her granddad-in-law.
Well, yeah, granddad-in-law. No, I wouldn't go. But come on, he was a prince, so still.
Yeah, but the thing is with this story, I feel like the newspapers and the media is so out to get Meghan that it would never be seen as a positive thing that she's chosen not to go, or she's been told not to go. She might have her and Harry might have had a conversation. He said, look, it's going to be too stressful. COVID, just stay home. You don't know what's happened behind closed doors, but the way the media would twist it would be like, she's not going, she's not showing her respect. She's a bitch. And she's not. I quite like her, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. And even if the Queen is going to die, I mean, just don't go, woman. Stay home. Stay safe. You don't have to go.
See, I think there's a difference there. But I think that's because I don't know. Obviously, I don't know, but I think she's got a better relationship with the Queen. Did you see the interview with Oprah?
Yeah.
So when Harry was saying about there was someone in the family who raised concerns about the colour of the baby's skin, who do you think said that?
That was the Queen. I'm 100% sure it was the Queen.
Do you think?
Yeah,
no.
Definitely.
No.
Yeah, I mean, just look at her. She really has a racist face.
She has a racist face?
Yeah.
Why does she? What's racist about her face?
Everything. I don't know, but how old is she now? Right.
Age don't matter. You can educate yourself as an old person. I don't think the Queen would have said that. I think she would have been too, even if she felt that way, even if she was racist, let's put that hypothetical thing out there. We don't know if she is or not. I mean, the institution of the monarchy is racist. Do you really think that she wouldn't be advised and trained enough to know not to say something like that?
Why, yeah, but
whereas I think Philip would probably be the one, or even Charles, to say something like that.
Well, yeah, but the thing is that you're not going to say it to the media. It's something was supposed to stay in the family. Like if I'm going to tell something to my mother, or my mother is coming to tell me something, what is actually private thing, like obviously I'm not going to share with people around. I'm not saying that it was bad decision, Prince Harry and then Meghan's interview with Oprah. I do appreciate that, but I do believe that it was actually the Queen to say such a thing about the race.
Oh,
no, I think it was the Queen. Well, let me call her. She's busy.
What were you doing when you found out Prince died? Prince Phillip, not Prince the singer. Oh.
Nothing. I don't know.
No. So a lot of people were like, oh, when that news broke, I was on this. One of my friends was like, oh, I was on this Zoom call when Philip died, and I'm always going to remember that. So I don't know if.
I do remember. I was cooking, and then we have a group on WhatsApp. It's just for us at work, and then somebody just posted the news. And I had a look, and I put my phone down, and I finished cooking because my man was back home already and he was hungry.
And next story. Is about Jay Husz.
What's the next story? Excuse me, what's the next story?
You know how Zoom works, right? It cuts us off if we're both talking at the same time, all right? I told you that already. Get back to media school. Bloody hell. That hurt, didn't it? Yeah. So the next story today is about Husz, the rapper who Agnes isn't familiar with, but I've filled her in, who has apparently got a new baby mama. Do you think it's okay that these girls keep revealing who they're sleeping with if it's a famous person? I don't know if you know young Philly, right? But he's a comedian, he's a presenter. And the other week, loads of these girls were coming out on TikTok saying that they slept with young Philly and then young Philly blocked them. Why are these girls doing it? Is it okay that they're doing it for clout, or is it shame on them? Your thoughts, please, if you will.
I think it's fine. I mean, if they did so. If they didn't,
who knows?
Then just stop lying. But if they did it, and then yes, I mean, come on. Most probably that man has enough money to give some money to the baby mamas.
No one's saying that he isn't, but he hasn't said that he's the daddy. They haven't even. This girl, her name's Loz. They were together for a while. They broke up. This is what I believe. I don't really, to be honest with you, I didn't know who this Loz was until earlier in the week. But Loz has now said that she's having a baby, and she was playing some music the other day on social media of Husz and said the baby loves daddy's music already. But why did you do that? Are you together? Is this stuff that should be behind closed doors? Is it really Husz's baby? You've obviously got a husband, so it might be a bit weird for me to ask you this question, but if you were to get pregnant and then you just posted about it without speaking to your man, and your man said to you, no, I don't want it to be on social media, would it be okay if you posted it?
Yeah.
Why?
It's my life. Because it's my life.
Okay.
It's in my body. I mean, does that mean that we necessarily have to do everything what man says?
You're the one who cooked. You're the one who said earlier you were looking at your phone, but then your man was there and he was hungry, so you had to cake in dinner. And now you're like, do we have to do everything a man says?
Well, yeah, because I wanted something in return for
what did
food,
you know? What did you want in return? What did you want in return? Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you because you're not gonna have a sex for 1 year. So,
well, you just told me you wanted to trade food for sex. Does your husband know your tactics? He thinks you're making him a loving meal, and you're thinking,
baby, the food is ready. Spaghetti bolognese,
and it's fallen on my lap. Have you ever used food in the bedroom? And if you have, what food?
Well, obviously strawberries.
Strawberries? What are they?
And some chocolate. I do remember chocolate, but then that's it. Okay, so next story is gonna be J-Lo.
I'm just fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, now I came from. Now I have the earth like this, rocking his business. I grew up so much. I nearly farted as I danced.
Oh, you did?
Nearly.
You did.
I didn't.
With that big ass. I'm pretty... So, Alex Rodriguez. I really like his name. Rodriguez. Alejandro Amiro Rodriguez.
Have you seen that lady? Have you heard that Lady Gaga song? Alejandro. I like that. Rodrigo.
Rodriguez. Oh my God, I can't.
Rodrigo. That's hard.
Okay, come on. So after 12 years, I think, they said bye to each other.
They have said they're better off as friends. We're not going to stay together no more.
Oh yeah, they said that they are better off friends with benefits or just friends.
Could you be friends with your husband?
I wanted to ask you the same thing, but not with my husband, obviously.
Oh, yes. I don't think you can be friends with someone if you truly loved them at one point. I feel like the line between love and hate you can go from loving someone to hating someone. But if you truly loved someone, I don't think you can be their friend after.
No, that's true. I mean, you're right. If you did had like a relationship, but you wasn't like in love, but you still had it like for a long time of period, and then afterwards, if it's not working out, you say bye, you can still be friends. Because I do have like guys like this, but like with my man, I don't know. I mean, if we ever going to be separated, I do believe that we're gonna end up in hospital. Yeah, we do.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be in hospital?
Both of that, both of us. Sorry.
Why?
I mean, I'm
because you hate.
No, I'm gonna be in the waiting area, and then he's gonna be inside getting some treatment because his eyes are black or reddish because I'm gonna hit him or something.
Agnes,
what?
That's not okay. That's domestic abuse, and you need to stop saying things like that.
No, basically with this one, I mean that if we are going to be separated, if we go to say bye, then the reason is going to be something big, like something enormous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like domestic abuse. I feel like that's not where you should have taken that conversation. There's going to be people listening, eating their brunch thinking, you can't say that. You know what I mean?
Well, rather he has a black eye than me. Any thoughts? Oh, now you are quiet, isn't it?
I wouldn't want to be on either end of that, to be honest.
Okay, so guys, I love my man. Basically, I just wanted to say that we love each other very, very much. And if by any chance we are going to say bye to each other, that's going to be of a very big reason, like, I don't know, like a big reason of something. And then we say bye, and that's it. What's the next subject, Hope?
So thank you for listening to the first episode. It was a little bit of a train wreck, but we got there in the end. And I promise you, Agnes will agree, each episode is going to get much better as time proceeds us. Any news stories that you spot that you want our opinions on, get in touch, thebruchshowpodcast @gmail.com. Let us know what you spot.
Yes, and sprinkle it.
Sprinkle it. And let us know what you are eating for brunch as you listen.
Oh, I want some Sunday brunch, but like the proper Sunday brunch. Instead, I'm having spaghetti bolognese.
What is a proper Sunday brunch?
Well, some gravy, those
that is not a brunch.
Bread.
That is not a brunch.
You're talking
about a roast. You're talking about a roast dinner.
Oh, true. Okay, guys, so I will see you next time. Please follow, subscribe, comment, and be happy.
I love that. Be happy.